What's going on, YouTube? Coming back at you with another video. So Jim Jones did the Breakfast Club. I just watched the interview in full. Well, I skipped through a lot of it to get to the good parts, to be honest with you. But 50 Cent, this whole situation, 50 Cent, Jim Jones, they asked Jim, what's the situation like with 50? He had some interesting comments. Basically, he said, and this is a quote, "Real ends don't tarnish other people's names." So he's addressing 50 Cent and basically the post that 50 Cent put out about Jim Jones, making it seem like or insinuating that Jimmy was possibly a federal informant. I've spoke on this in great detail in multiple videos. I'm going to take one more opportunity to just give my piece on this whole situation. As far as Jim Jones goes and being an informant, the whole story came from basically, now 50 Cent was not the one who posted the story, right? But he did comment on the story, react to the story on his Instagram. So a lot of people automatically assumed that the story that 50 was reacting to was real. The problem with the situation is the story that 50 Cent reacted to was some bullshit. And that's why I'm assuming he took the post down, because after he posted, he realized that that story wasn't actually real and was just some fake news. So I agree 100% with what Jim Jones is saying. Real dudes aren't going to say some shit about somebody else to try to tarnish their image, because that's exactly what happened in this circumstance with Jim Jones. Like, now there's a lot of people out there not smart enough to be able to put two and two together, not smart enough to be able to go look for themselves and find the truth, to where they just see other people calling Jimmy a snitch and they automatically run with it. There's nothing there. I'm going to say this for one last time. There's nothing there as far as paperwork, the paperwork that we've seen connected to this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine indictment, and just everything in general, the phone calls. There is nothing there that makes it 100% positive proof that Jim Jones is an informant. Do I think Jim Jones is an informant? No. Is there anything on paper that anyone has seen that would, make it seem or lead people to believe that Jim Jones is an informant? No. Again, what happened was people confused individual one with CW1, and they put the individual one or the CW1 title on Jim Jones. But the real reality of the situation is Jim Jones was individual one in the paperwork, not CW1. There's a big difference. So people need to stop running with this false narrative that Jim Jones is an informant. Is it possible that Jim is working with the feds? Of course. It's possible that anybody's working with the feds. But in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that's the case at all. So Jimmy clearing this shit up as far as 50, the situation with 50 goes, it's not a game to him. He's saying basically real dudes don't tarnish other people's images. And he also said where he's from, people get hurt behind doing shit like that. And it's true. Like, I just don't think there's any justification to call Jim Jones a snitch or a rat or an informant. At this point, there's nothing. But maybe you feel differently. Let me know how you feel in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Take a second to hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring the notification bell if you're subscribed. I definitely appreciate you, though. Peace.